the Merrick Inn's pecan-crusted pork loin.
With the bourbon Granny Smith apple chutney and chipotle maple butter sauce.
Oh, wow. It's one of the favorites, right, on the menu that people come into the Merrick Inn, they order all the time, and we're going to see the secrets to that. So, Chef, take it away, my friend. The chef begins with pork tenderloin and a breading mix that will create a crispy pecan crust.
Now, what I have here, this is the pecan breading. It's a little bit of pecans. Then it also has some herbs and seasonings and a couple of other things that we put in there.
The breaded pork goes into a hot saute pan with a little clarified butter. Pecans, bourbon, sugar, I'll take it. And it's really showing a nice crust, too, already on that. And I like that with the pecans and everything else.
It's searing off nice. It's ready to go. Now, if you're cooking this at your home, you could sear it off in the pan. You can actually continue to cook it in the pan. What we will usually do, just for time purposes, is to slide it in the oven. This one is probably getting ready to be done. And we'll just let that sit there and rest for a minute. Not all your juices and flavor just go running all over the plate. You know, you definitely have to let it rest because when you're cooking meat, the moisture in it actually runs from the heat. So, you know, by flipping meat when you're cooking it, letting it rest, you help redistribute the moisture throughout, so it ends up being a lot better product. Now we're gonna start with the chutney. 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 1 diced red onion, 1.5 cups of just regular raisins.
Those are dried raisins, just all ready to go. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
There's 1 red and 1 yellow bell pepper.
All diced up.
Then you're also gonna have a teaspoon of cloves and 1.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon.
Wow.
Now this, you're gonna have to let this cook for just a minute. And what you're looking to do is you really want to infuse the cinnamon and the sugars, the flavor from the onions and the peppers and the vinegar. And the vinegar, that's why you put that in there, is it'll actually help break down the sugars.
Oh, with all the sugars, the vinegar in there and everything else. So how long will this take to reduce down?
This takes about 5 minutes to reduce down. Now as you see, this is starting to boil and simmer a little bit now. Once you get that going, now you can add in your apples. The key is you can only cook the chutney till right when the apples just start to barely get soft. Right here you can see where the sugar and everything is starting to caramelize in there together. Now we're gonna add the cranberry raisins. You wanna add these right at the very end. But the biggest fact that if you don't, you'll turn everything red in the chutney.
Now, Chef, I know you got a real action of Taste of Kentucky with some fine Kentucky bourbon, so that's gonna go into our sauce, right?
Yes, you add this in right at the end, right at the end.
The bourbon goes in at the end. That'll be nice, reduced down, a lot of flavors. Everything's done. It looks like it's ready for a plate up, right, Chef?
Oh, yes.
All right, make it happen.
Here's, of course, the pork tenderloin that we pecan crusted.
That looks good. Also let it rest it a little bit.
And then this is the bourbon Granny Smith apple chutney that we showed you how to make. And to put on just a nice amount on top of that right there. Just like that.
Hey, how about them apples? I want to tell you. Man, does that look good.
And this is our maple chipotle butter sauce. Chipotle peppers, maple syrup, you cook cream down, you emulse everything with butter. It's really good sauce, really good sauce.
Wow, that looks good.
And here,
final topper?
We'll just add you a few curls on there just to make it look good. That's ready to eat.
Chef, that looks fantastic. Now, this looks too good to eat, but my fork says I'm going in. There it is, Chef. Oh, man. That is incredible. You know what I like about that, too, is all those things are balanced out so you don't overpower the pork. So, hey, we can do this at home. This is one of those things that you can do at home, especially now that we know some of your secrets.